University is single-handedly one of the biggest scams, frauds perpetrated on the American people since the dawn of man. And I'll tell you why. There's no way on earth that a degree, 4 years of education, should indebt you 120 grand. It's fucking unbelievable. 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their bank account, and somehow they're supposed to pay down the debt of some bullshit university degree over their entire life. The reason this exists, ladies and gentlemen, is for a very simple reason. You want your workforce, as an institution, as a government organization, you want your workforce to be slaves. So what you do is you tell them you have to go through an accreditation process where you are accredited into the marketplace. This accreditation process will indebt you for the rest of your fucking life, and that is how we keep you working 9 to 5 in the workforce from the moment you are 22 all the way to the moment you retire at 65. And what do you have to show for it? Some bullshit ass 401k, a couple coins, maybe a nice house if you're lucky on the lake, and that's about fucking it. You took all your life, you studied, right? The first 18 years of your life, you studied. The next 4 years, you went to some bullshit university degree, taught most likely by people who've never done shit, become indebted, and then work the next 40 years to pay off the last mistake that you made of 4 years. Does that sound like a sensible, intelligent life? The answer is no. And the beauty about the internet has democratized information. It has democratized your ability to learn at a massive level, at your own rates, and for a fraction of the cost. If you're considering university, unless it's some sort of technical degree, or unless you're trying to go into some sort of field which requires by law specific degrees, such as accounting to become a CPA, such as passing your bar exam to become a lawyer, these things you have to go through the game, right? It's the name of the game. You have to go through it, period, point blank. It is what it is. You want to be a doctor, you want to be a neurosurgeon, you got to go through the bullshit. But if you're not, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a businessman, you do not need this stuff. You do not need university. So if your parents are sitting there and being like, yo, you got to go to university. Okay, perfect. Let's make a fucking deal, mom and dad, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's your life, right? It's your life. And I don't care what relationship you have with your dad, with your mom. At the end of the day, when they die, it's you by yourself, right? You and the person in the mirror. And every decision that you make, especially at a young age, like university, the decision of becoming indebted for the rest of your life, you got to carry that burden, not your parents. Now you're like, I live with my parents at home. My parents are going to pay for my university. I'm going to fuck around and I'm going to do whatever I want. Then that may be an approach. That may be something negotiable. But if you don't want it, ladies and gentlemen, don't fucking push. Don't fucking push for university. And if you're a parent and you're listening to this, wondering, because most parents have what's best in mind for their kids, let me propose a thought to you, mom and dad, parents out there. What if you don't know what is best for your child? Has that ever entered your fucking mind? That maybe you don't know what's best for your kid? Now you evaluate your own life as a parent and you ask yourself, the information that I've received and the outcome of my life, do I want the same outcome for my child? If the answer is no, then don't make them do the bullshit that you did, right? But most people like to clone themselves into their kids. They like to clone themselves into their culture, and that's how they live on. Now, I see this a lot in Asian households. I see this in a lot of immigrant households. I come from an immigrant household myself, and university is single-handedly one of the worst investments that you can make as an entrepreneur, as a man, as a woman, for the success and the longevity of your career. Why? Because 50 years ago, that piece of paper would guarantee, right? It would guarantee your ability to get a job in the marketplace and a good job at it. But it wouldn't take you fucking 40 years to pay it off, right? Within 2-3 years, your university was paid off. Within 2-3 years, your house was paid off. But now, it's so sneaky, right? That's how they get you. They trap you with $100,000 in debt. You go to Europe and you tell motherfuckers that you spend 100 G's in loans, indebted to get a fucking degree, and they laugh at you. They fucking laugh at you because it makes no fucking sense. So the next time you're sitting with your financial advisor and they want to give you more loans, subsidized, unfucking subsidized for university, tell them to fuck off, right? Because this thing, university, is single-handedly one of the worst investments that you can make. Now, I'm going to have people disagree, but for a lot of young bucks that don't have 120 G's to spend on a piece of paper and some accredited bullshit, maybe take that money, maybe take that time and go build a real business. Go learn some real skills. Now, if you're going to waste time and bullshit, play Fortnite, smoke weed all day, want to party, that's fine. Then maybe university's for you. You can go do that pleb shit. But if you want to eliminate a higher proportion, you need to be able to subsidize that time that you were going to invest in university to invest in yourself and build yourself up. To the university, you are nothing more than a number. You are nothing more than a statistic. You're nothing more than just another student that goes through their curriculum. When you understand that, you're going to understand that university is simply a business to extract money, as much money as possible from the system, as much money as possible from the peasants, as much money as possible from your parents. That's what university is about. It used to not be that way. But for you to assume that university has the same value, same prestige, the same recognition, the same academic value as it used to is a fallacy. Take this into consideration. If you're going to think about going to university, fuck it. Even if you're already in university, it might not be the best thing for you. It might not be beneficial. And if it's not pushing you to a massive advantage in the marketplace, if you want to compete, if you want to make money, then it ain't for you. But I promise you, you do not need it. So take it for what it's worth, and I hope to see you soon.